Hey everyone, Chrissy here, and if you're heading to Busch Gardens Tampa, I've got the absolute guide to absolutely everything in the park, from their thrilling roller coasters, entertaining shows, and amazing animals that you'll get to see all throughout the park. So let's get into it. Busch Gardens Tampa is famous for its thrilling blend of a theme park with world-class roller coasters and an accredited zoo with over 200 species of animals. When you first walk into the park, you'll enter into the Morocco area. This area of the park has several shops and places to get snacks like Sultan's Sweets and Zagora's Cafe. Just to the left of Zagora Cafe is the Iron Gwazi roller coaster. Most attractions in Busch Gardens are themed after animals, and the Iron Gwazi is crocodile themed. The Iron Gwazi opened in 2022 and was awarded the Best New Coaster Award of 2022, as well as Top 5 Coaster and Best Hybrid Coaster in 2023. Iron Gwazi has a wooden and steel hybrid coaster design, combining the innovation of a steel coaster and the nostalgia of a wooden coaster. When it opened, it became North America's tallest hybrid coaster, as well as the world's fastest and steepest hybrid coaster, reaching speeds of 76 miles per hour. Iron Gwazi begins by ascending a 206-foot tall lift hill. As the train crests over the top of the hill, the track will seemingly disappear as you plummet down a 91-degree drop.
Oh my God!
Riders on the Iron Gwazi will experience a dozen airtime moments, including 3 inversions, as they sink their teeth into crocodile-inspired thrills. This coaster is an absolute must-do for any coaster enthusiast. If you prefer something a little less intense, right next to the Iron Gwazi is the Gwazi Gliders, which is a small hang glider ride perfect for smaller kids. Also in Morocco, near the front of the park, is the Moroccan Palace Theater, where you can see the brand new ice skating show, Rhythm of Nature. During the show, you'll get to see a vibrant village where you'll get introduced to Takari. Takari is drawn into a dreamscape world where he will visit different places and meet different animals. The village and locations are brought to life with a brand new giant LED wall. The team has used Unreal Engine software to create an immersive world and dreamscape that is a cool new visual effect for the show. This ice spectacle dazzles with the beauty, danger, and wisdom of nature, offering a thrilling and unforgettable journey. This show happens several times per day, so make sure to check the Busch Gardens app for showtimes. Next to Morocco is the Nairobi area of the park. Named after the capital of Kenya, this area features several captivating animal exhibits and the new Serengeti flyer. Right across from Morocco Palace Theater is the alligator exhibit. Unfortunately, this fence is a new addition because of people trespassing into the exhibit. They do have keeper talks that happen several times a day here, where you can learn about the animals and how they care for them. Check the Busch Gardens app for all showtimes.
It's huge!
Next to the alligator exhibit is the Mayombe Reserve. This is a self-guided walking trail where you can see chimpanzees and gorillas. First, you'll see the chimpanzee area. During the keeper talk, you can see them being fed a mixture of cauliflower, primate chow, and peanuts. And then afterwards, learn more about these amazing animals.
We have Finn in front of us. He's our youngest. He is 9 years old. We have his parents, Ike and Wendy. You can see them kind of facing us on the tower. Ike had a recent birthday. He turned 29 on the 4th of July. So happy late birthday, Ike.
Just past the chimpanzees is the gorilla area.
Oh my God, how cute.
Complex social animals. To connect with them in this way is a rare and unforgettable
And during this keeper talk, you'll watch as they are fed and learn more about them, including their social dynamics. This troop just added a new member to the troop, and you can see their behaviors as they establish their social hierarchies. After Mayombe Reserve, you'll exit right next to the small penguin exhibit. Here, you can come face to face with the African penguin colony at Penguin Point. African penguins thrive in warmer weather and water temperatures between 40 to 70 degrees. Check them out waddling around the shore or watch as they dive into the continuously chilled 65-degree waters of their habitat. Across from the penguins is the Nairobi train station. Here, you can hop aboard the Serengeti Express train and take a ride through the Serengeti Plain. The train is one of the best ways to see the free-roaming animals in the Serengeti Plain. And animals you can see include giraffes, antelope, zebra, ostriches, rhinos, and more. The train will make a full loop around the park with stops in Stanleyville and Nairobi. Across from the train station is where you can find the Aldabra tortoise exhibit, which is the second largest tortoise species in the world. I'm pretty sure he just farted. That's okay though. We all do it. Next to the tortoises is the Animal Connections building. The Animal Connections building is a hub where you can get up-close interactions and make connections to the animal ambassadors. There are several animals that you can see here, including sloths. His little nose right there. Covering this over my entire face now. Oh, that is so cute. Other animals include armadillos, flamingos, baby alligators, macaws, red-ruffed lemurs, and reptiles like frogs, toads, snakes, and lizards. Just past the Animal Connections building is the Serengeti Outpost. Here is where you can check in for the Serengeti Safari Tour. The tour is a 30-minute off-road expedition through 65 acres of Serengeti Plain in an open-air vehicle. And the highlight is the opportunity to hand-feed giraffes. This is an add-on experience that you can do for $40, and I highly recommend it. Make sure to make a reservation ahead of time to ensure your spot. Further up the walkway is the Asian elephant exhibit. And here you can see the resident herd of Asian elephants, which are the world's largest land mammal. Across from the elephants is the Animal Care Center. Here you can take a look at the treatment room and surgical suite. And you can watch as they perform medical procedures on animals. Also, a couple of presentations take place here. The Animal Enrichment presentation and the Animal Nutrition presentation. Here you can learn about how the animals are fed as well as various ways they enrich the animals' lives.
You guys want to take a guess at what animal got this?
Tiger.
Yeah.
We call it uber ball. It's made out of really, really hard plastic. Like if I couldn't get this if I tried.
Wow.
These guys can actually tear this apart in anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour.
The final attraction in Nairobi is the Serengeti Flyer. This ride was opened in 2023 and is the world's tallest and fastest ride of its kind. Riders will soar higher and higher above the Serengeti Plain while experiencing multiple negative G moments before plummeting back towards Earth. The twin dueling arms will soar progressively higher, reaching speeds of 68 miles per hour and a maximum height of 135 feet at the ride's peak.
felt like you went upside down on that one. Look at my hair. Look at my hair.
To the right of Nairobi is the Egypt area of the park. This area features 2 thrilling coasters. First is Cobra's Curse. This is a one-of-a-kind coaster where no 2 rides are alike. You'll start by taking a 70-foot tall vertical lift up to where you'll come face to face with a 30,000-pound Snake King. You'll come within inches of its 3-foot wide eyes and 4-foot long fangs. During this 3.5-minute ride, the train will speed up to 40 miles per hour down 2,100 feet of serpentine-like track, traveling backwards, forwards, and even spinning freely around. Right next to Cobra's Curse is Montu. Montu is a favorite for coaster enthusiasts for its speed and inversions. You'll climb high into the air and hold on for a twisting drop, a 60-foot vertical loop, an Immelman loop, and a weightless roll. And that's only the beginning. There are 7 inversions, including a unique Batwing inversion that was the first coaster in the world to incorporate an Immelman loop, which is a simultaneous loop and roll. Right next to Egypt is the Edge of Africa area of the park. In this area, you'll see the Cheetah Run exhibit, which is the home to Busch Gardens' collection of cheetahs. During this keeper talk, you'll get to see the world's fastest land animal as they show off their incredible speeds.
Nicely done! That is Nave!
Across from the Cheetah Run exhibit is the Cheetah Hunt coaster. This coaster is a celebration of the cheetah. This coaster will mimic a cheetah's movements as it hunts its prey. This triple launch coaster will propel riders high above the park into a tree-like canopy, then races down along the ground through a rocky gorge. At a length of 4,400 feet, the Cheetah Hunt is the park's longest thrill ride attraction. Right next to the Cheetah Hunt is the entrance to the Sky Ride.
Thank you. Yeah, we're on the gondola.
About taking time.
About dang time. And only took 3 tries.
The Sky Ride is a cable car ride where you can get a bird's eye view of the park and Serengeti Plain. Relax on this iconic ride suspended 50 feet above the bustling excitement of the park. The ride will take you past the Cheetah Hunt, the new Phoenix Rising roller coaster, Serengeti Flyer, and then exit in the Jangala section of the park. Keep in mind that this ride is weather permitting, so high winds can cause the ride to temporarily close. Also, this ride is free for annual pass holders, but does cost a $5 fee for each ride for non-annual pass holders. Across from the cheetah hunt and the sky ride is the Serengeti Overlook. Here you can get snacks while enjoying the view of the Serengeti Plain. On the third floor here is where you can find the Pass Holders Lounge. Also in the edge of Africa is a self-guided walkthrough trail where you can see some large carnivores like lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. You'll also get a chance to see some hippos. And during the hippo keeper talk, you can watch as these massive herbivores eat some of their favorite treats. The next area of the park is Pantopia. This area is themed after the malls and bazaars of Africa. When you enter the area, you won't be able to miss this giant tower stretching towards the sky. This is Falcon's Fury, which is an extreme drop tower. Riders will climb 300 feet into the air before pivoting 90 degrees mid-air face down for what feels like an eternity. Then you'll plunge 60 miles per hour straight down.
Oh my god!
Across from Falcon's Fury is the Dragon Fire Theater. In here are several quick service dining options that include chicken dishes, Mexican dishes, burgers, and Asian wok options. And several times throughout the day, you can enjoy the Icons live performance of some fan favorite hits inspired by musical legends. Next to the Dragon Fire Theater is Scorpion. The Scorpion is Busch Gardens' oldest operating roller coaster and is one of only 3 roller coasters of its kind remaining in the world today. The Scorpion pulls you through a 360-degree loop and hits speeds of 50 miles per hour. If you want something a little more relaxing, then hop aboard the Grand Caravan Carousel. This is a classic carousel ride that is very kid-friendly. Across from the Grand Caravan Carousel is the brand new Phoenix Rising roller coaster. This ride just opened in 2024 where you can ride on the wings of a phoenix. This is a family-friendly suspended coaster packed with surprises. You'll soar above the Serengeti Plain and reach speeds up to 44 miles per hour. The height requirement is just 42 inches, so it's the perfect adventure for families to embark on together. Next to Phoenix Rising is the Pantopia Theater, where you can see the Animal Tales show. During this 15-minute show, you'll meet some of the animal ambassadors and learn about some of the animals that call Busch Gardens home. During our show, we got to see Edgar the Eastern Screech Owl. Edgar is a rescue that will show off his amazing camouflage abilities. We also saw Slash the Florida Pine Snake, Mel the short-beaked echidna, and Ray the Virginia opossum. After exploring Pantopia, we'll cross the bridge and head into our next land, Congo. Congo features 2 major attractions. The first is Kumba. Kumba means roar in Swahili and is named after a distant roar of the king of the jungle. You'll see why this legendary roller coaster still reigns on so many lists of favorites. After the initial thrill of a 135-foot drop, Riders will plunge into a diving loop and then feel a full 3 seconds of weightlessness while spiraling 360 degrees. Touting one of the world's largest vertical loops and 7 inversions, enthusiasts constantly vote Kumba as one of the world's best coasters. Right next to Kumba is the Congo River Rapids. If you need to cool down from the Florida sun, then hop aboard the Congo River Rapids. Get ready to get absolutely soaked. This expedition will send you racing down a river through Congo as you pass spouting jets, waterfalls, and water caves. Congo also has the Ubanga Banga bumper cars. This is a classic bumper car experience that can be enjoyed by the whole family. After Congo, we'll head over to the Jangala area of the park. Jangala has some really cool animal exhibits. First is the Tiger Lodge and a tiger trail. You can get some really cool views of the tigers from either inside in the air-conditioned lodge or by taking the self-guided tiger trail where you can get some up-close views. My favorite place to see them is the pop-up spot. This is a small observation bubble where if you're lucky, you can get within inches of a massive tiger. Just across from the tigers is the orangutan outpost. This is a tree-top observation platform where you can watch and interact with Bornean orangutans. Bornean orangutans typically live in the trees in the tropical island rainforest from lowland swamps to high in the mountains of Borneo. Unlike other great apes, orangutans are solitary by nature. This may be related to their need for large quantities of food, which are dispersed throughout the forest. You don't realize just how big these guys are until you're right next to them. Next to the orangutans is the Jangala entrance to the Sky Ride, where you can hop aboard and take a ride back to the front of the park. The last attraction in Jangala is Tigris. Tigris catapults riders through an exhilarating array of looping twists with forward and backward motion, breathtaking drops, a 150-foot skyward surge, and an inverted heartline roll, all at more than 60 miles per hour. Tigris races riders along more than 1,800 feet of steel track designed to mimic the awe-inspiring agility of the world's largest and most graceful cat, the tiger. The next area of the park is Stanleyville. This section of the park is named after Kisangani, a city in the Democratic Republic of Congo that was originally known as Stanleyville. The first ride that you'll see while entering Stanleyville is the Stanley Falls Flume. This is a family-friendly log flume ride that's perfect for younger guests. The ride twists and turns through a lush jungle before diving toward a final 40-foot splashdown. Next to Stanley Falls Flume is the Stanleyville Theater. Here you can catch an acrobatic cirque-style show that changes its theme seasonally. During summer, you can see Cirque Electric, which features an electric ensemble of dancers, juggling, and other amazing acrobats. In the fall, the show becomes Cirque Extreme. I highly recommend seeing this show as it's really good. Be sure to check the app for show times while you're there. Just across from Stanley Falls Flume is the CHRISSATRAVELS. The CHRISSATRAVELS was North America's first vertical dive coaster. On this ride, you'll climb 200 feet to the edge of a 90-degree drop that inches you close to the edge and stops. Then surrender to speed as you dive straight down into a 70-mile-per-hour roller coaster whirlwind. With an Immelman loop, a second dive into an underground tunnel, and a splashdown finale that drenches CHRISSATRAVELS fans waiting to catch their own piece of the fun. Right next to CHRISSATRAVELS is my favorite place to eat in the park, the Zambia Smokehouse. Here, you can dine on some delicious barbecue while enjoying the sights and sounds of CHRISSATRAVELS. Next to CHRISSATRAVELS is the Stanleyville train station, where you can hop aboard the Serenity Express. Crossing over the bridge past the train station, we'll next come to a huge aviary called the Lorry Landing. Here is where guests can hand feed these beautiful lorikeets, which are medium-sized members of the parrot family. In the wild, they can be found from Australia and surrounding islands in the South Pacific. In addition to the lorikeets, you'll also be able to see hornbills, pheasants, and other feathered friends. The next area that we'll come to is Sesame Street Safari of Fun. This is the children's section of the park and has a wide variety of rides and attractions made just for kids. Rides in this area include the Air Grover Coaster, which is a roller coaster made for tiny riders, and it does have a height requirement of 38 inches. Elmo's Treehouse Trek will take fun to new heights as kids can explore this awesome treehouse. Elmo's Safari Go Round is a smaller version of the classic carousel ride. Rosita's Djembe Fly Around is a fun, small carousel swing ride. The Count's Zambezi Rally is where kids can race around a track on their own personal race car. Big Bird's Whirly Birdie is where kids can relax as they go around in their own bucket seat. At Snuffy's Elephant Romp, these stationary elephants go up, down, and all around. Telly's Jungle Jam is a great place to take a break in the shade. Kids can climb and explore in Cookie Monster's Canopy Crawl. And Cookie Monster Cloud Bounce is a great way for kids to hop, jump, and play in this bouncing area. There's also a meet and greet that takes place here where you can meet Elmo and friends. And a few shows take place at Sunny Day Theater, including Welcome to Our Street and Story Time with Bert and Ernie. There's also a couple of splash and play water areas. At Zoe Patra and the Hippos of the Nile, kids can take an easy water ride with one small hill. At Bert and Ernie's watering hole, kids can cool off in this water play area. After Sesame Street, we'll enter into our final area of the park, the Bird Gardens. Bird Gardens has a few fun animal exhibits. First is the Kookaburra Aviary, where you can see some kookaburras. These birds are the largest member of the kingfisher family and are native to Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand. Next to the kookaburras is the Kangaloo. At this exhibit, you can see kangaroos, wallabies, and wallaroo. Guests can purchase treats for the kangaroos and feed them along the trail. If you are heading to Busch Gardens, here are a few tips and additional information you'll want to know. In addition to the amazing animals and thrilling rides, Busch Gardens has several festivals going on all throughout the year. From March to May is the Food and Wine Festival. From May to August is Summer Nights. July through September is the Bourbon and Barbecue Festival. Howl-O-Scream takes place from September through November, and Christmas Town happens from November through December. So there's always something exciting going on no matter what time of year you visit. Most of the festival food booths can be found in the festival walkway area, which is right between Iron Gwazi and the Bird Gardens. I mentioned earlier that there is an amazing Serengeti safari tour earlier where you can hand feed giraffes, which I highly recommend doing. But there's a ton of other add-on tours and encounters available too. For an extra fee, you can do insider tours for almost all of the animal exhibits, including elephants, cheetahs, tigers, sloths, gorillas, hippos, penguins, and more. So be sure to check out those if you want to get an even closer look at your favorite animals. There's even a roller coaster insider tour if you do want to go behind the scenes of some of the coasters like Cheetah Hunt, Montu, and Cobra's Curse. If you want to skip the lines, there is a quick queue add-on available, including a pass that will allow you to skip the lines once a day per ride, all the way up to a higher tier that will allow you to skip the lines an unlimited amount of times throughout the day. If you want to visit to just get some exercise, then there's a couple of walking trails available where you can explore the park while getting in your daily steps. Trail number 1 is a shorter trail at 1.25 miles, and trail number 2 is longer at 1.7 miles. There's also mile markers along the way to keep track. If you are spending the entire day at Busch Gardens, I highly recommend arriving early. Early mornings are less crowded, and that will give you a great chance to experience a few of the more popular rides with shorter wait times. And don't forget to bring a bottle of water with you. Tampa can get really hot, especially during the summer months, so you'll want to make sure that you bring a refillable water bottle and take advantage of the park's water fountains to stay hydrated throughout the day. Also, make sure to download the Busch Gardens app before your visit. This app provides real-time information on wait times, show schedules, and park maps. It's a great tool for you to navigate the park efficiently. And before we wrap up, I wanted to give a huge shout out to KraftGeek for sending me their brand new MagStand. This has been instrumental in capturing many of the shots that you've seen in this video, and the MagStand features a strong magnet that allows you to quickly attach your phone to the stand, which made setup a breeze. It has a 200-degree tilt adjustment, so you can effortlessly switch between vertical and landscape videos, giving you the flexibility to capture all of the action at Busch Gardens from different angles. And it also doubles as a stable and convenient tripod, allowing you to convert it from a selfie stick to a tripod with just the push of a button. So big thank you to KraftGeek for this fantastic product. If you're interested in getting one, they've generously offered my audience a 15% discount using the code CHRISSATRAVELS. I'll leave a link to their site in the description below. If you're heading to even more theme parks in Central Florida, then you're in luck because I've got an entire playlist for you that just popped up on the screen. In this playlist, I've got the absolute guide to all of the major theme parks like Universal, Disney World, Legoland, and more. Until next time, everyone, I hope you have an amazing day and go out and enjoy some Florida sunshine.